Hello everybody, welcome back to Starcraft 2 visual novel, where Axel take us on the back of the coffee. Let's see what he has to offer. We pass a number of non-players on the way there, most lounging around no differently than the coffee's other patrons. Maybe they aren't that different. I guess even professionals like to kick back with a tangle of cords and rush of caffeine every now and then. Games shouldn't be all business all the time, although I bet that KBGA executives disagree. Well, there we go. Before I start talking, I just go to the vending machine and play something to eat or drink. I'm just starving and I'm dehydrated. I didn't even had something to eat from the time I landed here. Anyway, comes to stop away from the constant tapping of keywords. He then pulls himself into a seat against a wall and invites me to join him with a wave on his hand. As I take my seat, I look up to find someone I recognize at his side. Wow, Jet! A Zerg and former VSL champion. Oh my goodness. She won Starcraft 2's very first grand final back in the beta. A year ago, she might have been the game's most famous player. She's a girl because she has boobs. Boobies! Her flippant and inflammatory antics have made her a somewhat controversial figure. She rarely GGs and isn't afraid to talk trash on stage. And there she is, just sitting there. It's all I can do not to stare. You're amazing. I'm fanboying out now. A smile plays on her lips when she glances past me to Axel. Axel, seriously, stop promising my autograph as a reward for beating you. Hilarious, I can understand you by the way. Who are you up against next round? Some Zerg dishwasher on LHT/ I have ZVZ. That means Zerg versus Zerg, okay? Am I clear now? Let's smoothly continue the game. Jet rolls his eyes back to me. After a brief appraisal, she lifts her chin and speaks a single word. Name. What? Oh, I'm a Terran. I'm on, Teamless. Well, that goes smoothly, huh? Jet shifts her gaze back to Axel as if I would ask, why did you bring this noob back here? But scream at him in Korea. But before she can actually say anything, Axel comes to my defense with an easy smile. She's new here, so don't be so harsh to her. Very cool with the judgment until you've seen her play. Plus, you ever heard of a foreigner that came out here alone, just for Starcraft? My girl right here did. No, I have to admit that's brave. If that endorsement wasn't convincing enough, he offered one of his classic grins for good measure. The response seems to satisfy her. For now. While I try to keep from showing anything to contradict Axel's assessment, Jet aims her attention back to me. Didn't see your name on the list of people who made it past the BSL qualifier. How you place? Oh, that's cool. A little detail, just look now. Yeah, next to the name there's the logo of the raid you play, the Terran. And she has the Zerg. If I go back to, I don't know. Jet, please talk to me again to see the logo. I lost my second to last match to qualify before that. I dropped out of the final game on the last series. There you go. The Zerg, but we haven't yet seen a Protoss player. 2 attempts without making it. Hard to tell much from what. Mainly depends on the bracket you had. How do you live out here with no team? Do you stream or something? I used to stream, but well, I don't anymore. Jet raises her eyebrow, waiting for me to elaborate until I look away without missing a beat. She moves on to the next question. So your parents pay for everything? Now I hear my summer job earnings and a little bit extra from my grandparents. How lucky, I never got any handouts. That isn't going very well, still Axel looks as collected as ever, watching with a smile as the interrogation continues. Did you play Brute War? Not really, I mean I had a copy as a kid but I wasn't good, had to cheat to even finish the campaign. This is not good what you're hearing. Cheating on Starcraft? I didn't cheat on Starcraft. I didn't even knew the word cheat code and never continue a campaign. Oh, then you were only a little bit worse than Jet. Jet scrolls silently at the jab. It's true that the 2 years you spent playing Brood War were mostly unremarkable. Then this is your first try professional gaming. When I nod, she gives me a hard look. Hard look, duck face. No, that's poop face. Why are you out here? Tell me. What do you mean? I'm sure you're aware of your chances. It's been more than 5 years since a foreign pro game accomplished anything not worldly in Korea. I know what he's getting at, but it's not like I have a particularly great or unique answer. I scratch behind my head and look away. I mean, why else I want to become better at Starcraft? Everyone knows that Korea is the place to do that. And why is that? Well, because fuck, I clicked, no! Can I scroll back? Well, because the best players are out here, as I've studied the language for a while now, so I have no! I'm asking why you want to become better. Oh, it feels like she's forcibly extracting the truth from me. All the same, I can't leave her expression unanswered. I do my best to avoid showing the embarrassment I feel in my honest response. Because I want to be a champion. Or at least show I can compete at a level. Everyone who plays this game wants that, don't they? Yeah, you're right about one thing. Every idiot that makes it to Grandmaster and takes a map off of a good player thinks they're pro gamer material. A champion, huh? See, sister, calm down. You just won a game, but you don't win the tournament. She clicks her tongue and sighs, but doesn't seem displeased. Well, at least any more so than usual. I wouldn't have much ground to stand on if I disagreed with her. Jet is one of the few who has accomplished what the rest of us dream about. Don't be so harsh. Her style is solid and she stood toe to toe with me for a while. With enough time she could compete. What do you think? Why don't you practice with her a bit? I could. Little harm in giving her a chance. Oh, wait. Back up what just happened. Did he say practice? And did he say yes? Ah, I finally found some new friends. I'm so excited. I'm so excited I will piss up my penis. Axel answers her with a pleased expression. Jet takes a moment to stretch out before again crossing her arms across her chest. Why are you always crossing your arms on your chest? Is that a natural thing here in Korean? That everyone walks around in Korean like this? I want this. Oh, how you meet you? Nice to meet you. I want to order that. When you play Starcraft. Kan du med oss in some game? Koreans, eh? Strange people. Stop staring and say something, Mac. The sound of my name wakes me from my stunned silence. I yodeled upright and offer a flurry of nuts. What? Sorry, I say yes. I definitely say yes. Jet and Axel watch me in silence until I lower myself back into my seat. It takes some determination to come out here alone. Let's see if it translates to wins. With a thumbs up, it's settled. I have somehow found myself with one of the best practice partners in the world. I really hope this isn't just for the novelty of playing with some random foreigner. Axel, it's about time to get back to all-out attack. Wouldn't want you getting DQ'd if we'll be matching in the semis. Why will be disqualified? I don't do anything bad. Can you be certain that I didn't lose to Mac already? What if this was my way of saving face? Funny, have you lost her for not even once? Hey, you never knew who's playing on a barcode account. You sure you don't want to post Plitfine offer? Collude with you? No chance. What about you, Mac? Gonna stick around? A PC bang with a puzzle of a tournament isn't a great training environment. The bracket will probably take a few hours to walk through too. No, I'm gonna head home. Got a lot of practicing to do tonight. And I'm starving to death. Leaving already? Well, hey, it was good to meet you. Be at Golden Zone Fire tomorrow morning and we'll find out if you're overhyped. Will do. Will do. I rise and offer them each a nod and thanks before heading back towards the PC area. The last thing I see is a vague smile from Jet as she leans over and whispers something to Axel. I have a key to my hotel room. You wanna join and practice a 1 versus 1 ground zone battle on my bed? Swing, swing. I squeeze my way through the crowd and manage to make it through the doorway. Eating outside. Yes! It's so crowded here. You see other people? I just see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 people. 15 people means in Korea crowded. Oh, that's a Starcraft 2 poster, huh? Or is this artillery fire? Bam! Bam! And VSL. Sponsors everywhere. When I hit the street, I meet with a cool breeze and a rush of voices sounding light. Lightning, I'm blinded, breezing, my head exploding, noises, my ear, everything surrounded, social equity. This is it, a shot, one final shot to make it happen. One last chance to live the life I want. I quicken my pace, eager for the comfort of a dark room and bright monitor. Here we go. I like how this game is visualized. This is a day that everything changes. Yeah, that was a motivation speak, Mac. That was so awesome. SG Win 2. Written and directed, produced. Wait a minute. Is this it? Is this ending? No. And I thought that's a short game. True to her word, Jet sent me a reminder to get over to Golden Zone Fire for some morning practice. I enjoy playing online and all, but matching against someone only a few feet away is way more productive. Talking over games in person makes it easier to get feedback and improve, and that's what I need more than anything else. The sting from my failure at the VSL qualifier will take time to fade. I don't want to experience that pain ever again. I don't want to experience a loss anyway more. I catch sight of Jet in the middle row, her attention locked on a ladder game. Without disturbing her, I take a seat at her side and watch the match unfold. Furious taps and clicks rattle her keyboard. Her focus never drops from the game, much less her monitor. She's ahead though, not by much. It's amazing how they play. I mean, they learning all the keywords, the short key plays, and you see a regular strategy gamer plays only with the mouse, but here pro gamer Starcraft, you see him typing all the time. They're only using the mouse to click on the enemy. Everything else, moving, building, unit construction, building construction, everything you're doing with the keywords. It's amazing. I will never be able to such a level of strategy game. I like strategy games, I play them, but I'm not so good. In multiplayer, I have no chance. No chance. My best bud, who lives in Greece, it's amazing strategy player. He plays video games regularly, sports, shooters, but in strategy, this is his game. He's nothing superior in strategy game. He's amazingly good, and I'm glad to be a friend of him. Yes. Phil, if you see that, greetings to the best strategy player I know. Let's go back to the game. Furious taps and clicks rattle her key. It's not long until she extends her lead in the late game and, a few minutes later, heaves a sigh of relief when her opponent race quits out. There's no need for me to consult my Korean skills to understand his final message. Zorg Imba! You actually showed. Color me surprised. How could I not? The better question is how you have the free time to practice with some amateur. I'm the charitable sort, obviously. I'm always looking for a challenge. Yeah! Anyway, you're here, so let's stop wasting time. You pay for your PC, yeah! I nod and lock myself in at the station next to hers. A minute later, the two of us are grinding out practice matches. Bam! Here we go! Turn versus game after game is a beatdown. I can't correct her defenses when I attack, and I'm barely all there when she goes on offense. She's just as unforgiving and pointing out my mistakes as she is in game. Your wall at the ramp to your natural is stress. How the hell do you get away with this? You're asking to get busted. It's not something I really think about that much. I just throw it up, you know. Fix it or be punished. Next game. That probably isn't an idle threat. Jet is the type of player capable of ending the game instantly if she can capitalize on the right kind of mistake. Her style has been characterized as both passive and reactive. She takes her time and watches her opponents, pays them for the right moment to strike. She only takes a risk if it's calculated in her favor. Given her former success, the style has suited her well, though I can't help but wonder why she hasn't lately been performing at her previous level. Maybe she's lost her killer instinct. Boom! Zerg explosion, suicide Zergs. Guess not. A reminder of the skill difference between us rushes up the ramp to my natural expansion crosses my wall as promised. In the aftermath of the destruction, she swarms my base and seizes an easy win, yet reveals in her victory with a predatory smile. Wrecked, bitch! Before we get into the next game, I'm catching sight of a familiar face coming into the cafe, and it's Axel! Oh no, it's the emo type game. Let's make a little bit of foreshadowing of this game. I guess with all the practice we get from Jet and Axel, we will make it to the final, but our battle, we will battling that emo guy in the final, huh? I said it right now, we and him in the final, but we lost in that game. And then we have a lesson of life with good practice and all. You can compete anything, but still you're losing. No, let's go to the final against him and beat his ass off. And thanks to Axel and Jet, because they learned me some new tricks. Isn't that the same guy from last night? Hey Jet, do you know who that is? I thumb in the strangest direction as he passes by us. He's tense and occupied by a cell phone screen. Jet traces a look after him, wrinkles her nose and shrugs. He's a key BGA player, Protoss. What about him? Come on, get into the game already. Seriously, he wants that all-out attack yesterday. What's he holding outside of his team house 2 days in a row? They're only figuratively chained to their desk. Not all of them are shut-ins. Stop wasting time. Let's go! I double take away from Jet to find the player in question seated a few rows in front of us. And he's got the Starcraft 2 client open. Why would a KBGA player spend his practice time on anything but brute war? Should I ask him for a game? I think I'm going to ask him for a game. What? No, hold on, wait, you can't just... But before she can stop me, I rise and shuffle my way past the rows of computers, just shuts me out with a glare over the top of her station before ducking back down. Even though I barely interacted with the guy, I can't help but feel like he's a little anxious as I edge closer to her PC. Sure, he was a bit rude when he spoke, but the chance to challenge a QPGA pro is too good to pass up, especially if I'm trying to step up my game. He's about to jump into a match when I clear my throat right behind him. He suddenly all taps and then turns to regard me through half-filled eyes. What? Excuse me, would you mind a practice game? No, just here too. He pauses, recognition fits across his face. You're the chick from All Out Attack yesterday, aren't you? For a moment he looks ready to dismiss me and get lettering, but at the last second he nods. Alright. One game. And nods. And we're going to play. With a final nod, I return to my station. A moment later, he and I share a game lobby and I'm just about ready to begin. Let's see. He's playing on the barcode account typically. How have I still not managed to catch this guy's name? A sharp tap against my headphones announced Zed's return and displeasure. You're obnoxious! If you lose and embarrass me by association, I'm going to pretend I don't know you. Anything else Zed has to say is drowned out along with the sounds of Gold Zone Fire when I pull the earpad back on. Here we go. Okay, Mr. Riddler, he plays Protoss. Okay, that's the only thing I know about him. If the idea behind practicing against a good player is to improve, I should probably play standard. Still, the temptation to all in is always there. How sick will it be to grab a quick one on a KBGA player? Go for an early tech, play out the standard game. We don't know the player he is, so I guess we go for the standard game. It's probably best that I follow Jet's advice. I opt for a standard macro management game. This guy's built permanently. I take my natural expansion and begin teaching up. The match progressed quietly with only a few brief skirmishes with his stalkers and my marines. My scans show that he's not doing anything out of the ordinary. One of us has to make a move sooner or later. I start constructing my starport and researching my bio upgrades. I'm surprised to find that I finished without any pressure coming from the Protoss army. This could be a good time to go for some drop play and try to snipe some of his critical tech buildings. If I were to play an aggressive drop style, I need to be confident in my control and in the fact that I can outplay him. On the other hand, this game has me exceptionally quiet. I could get up another expansion. I have a serious economic advantage going into the last game. Risk an early third base, get aggressive with dropships. Well, it's kind of quiet. No, get aggressive with dropships. Let's make the surprise element. Dropship plays is a defending characteristic of a top tier player. If I win this, it's a good indication that I can stand toe to toe with the best players in Korea. It's time to put my practice to work. I gather enough units for attacking my starport as a first dropship finish. It's imperative he doesn't see me move out, so I make sure the watchtowers are clear and avoid places where Protoss players commonly leave their observes. When my dropship is running clear, if I lay straight into his base, he's up prepared for the attack, and I unload all my units rush to snipe some important tech buildings. With that damage to his infrastructure done, my units retreat for the safety of my dropship. That set him back a ton. The game is going incredibly well, so I decided to pull back on my aggression and build up an army for a final push. He's been too busy defending to get a decent standing army, and when I roll in with my amassed units, he kites back, bopping and whiffing away from my forces while delivering putouts. I give chase the chase of victory tenderless and close. I manage to corner his army, leaving him with nowhere to run. But just as I move in to deliver the final blow, oh my god, now they come the big ones. He flanks me with a half-dozen Templars, soaring my army in the high damage storms. I pull back frantically, but my army is left in tatters. I try my hardest to gather enough units to mount a second offensive, but he continues to crush my attacks with only a handful of well-upgraded, well-micro zealots, stalkers and archons. How the hell did this happen? My lead is gone. Frustrated, I box all of my walkers and charge towards his base for a final attack. With my CZVs on the front lines, I shall have enough power to take a direct engagement. I roll through his fourth base uncontested. Yes, he's giving up ground because he knows he can't face me. Emboldened, I drive up ramp leading to his natural to end the game. But I find myself face to face with an ambush. My front line evaporates before I can issue the command to retreat, and he crushes what remains of my army a few moments later. I can't believe I lost. Yeah, how this can happen. I stare blankly at the screen for almost 10 seconds before I finally type GG and quit out of the match. I don't have long to sulk in defeat before the KPGA player makes his way over to me with a smirk. As promised, Jet is nowhere to be seen. Hey, you actually know how to play. Wasn't expecting that I had to try. It's a compliment regardless of how he said it, though it's difficult to be graceful in defeat. Try my best anyway. I played my game the best I could, kept the vision on you and dropped when I could, but it wasn't enough. Sucks. It's one thing to lose carelessly, but it's another when everything goes as planned and you fail anyway. His grin darkens to one without humor. Is this guy serious? What the hell is your problem? You demand the game and win when you get a little pushback. Look who's talking. Everyone knows your type. Before now, to make a name for yourself, you fly out here on a whim and wait 6 weeks to train. You aren't the first and unfortunately won't be the last. Your planned ticket doesn't buy to the right to call yourself a pro gamer. Save your money and your time and go back home where you belong. I feel the heart rise in my face, half in anger and half in embarrassment. I've never dealt with my confrontation. A rage's growing on my right fist. I just broke in your right hand. Now, I want to see how you manage to play Starcraft. But before I can say anything else, Jet steps out from around the corner and cuts between the two of us. Still great at making friends, huh, Bolt? Oh, his name is Bolt. He glances between the two of us, surprised. After a moment's pause, he called Bolt, sizes back his smirk, and meet Jet with a step forward. Been a while, hasn't it? What's supposed Starleague champion doing with trash like this? Bolt looks past her and tilts his head towards me. A take a step towards him, but an open palm from Jet stops me from going any follow. Maybe I shouldn't be surprised. Jumping ship to a ship loaded with foreign money has its upsides, but it won't be long before you forgot the dignity of a pro gamer. The dignity of a pro gamer, huh? You make it sound so distinguished. You've changed us for the worse and you don't even realize it. How sad. It shouldn't be much longer till the KBGA finally accepts that there's no future in Brood War. You're smart enough to know what happens then. But hey, she could always use more casters. Whatever you say, for the record, what excuse did you give your coach for another day of VIPs? A little more lax than shocked you won, but I might want to borrow it someday. And then, bold scrolls, Jet doesn't waste the pudding and strikes again. Don't worry, don't sing. Your secret's safe with me. Run along now, I'm sure you got coins to flip or something. The standoff lasts a moment longer before Bolt lets out a lazy shrug, instantly killing off the intensity in his expression. I've got better things to do than offer advice to a mounted chobo. Do what you want. He thumbs his nose at me and returns to the station under the word. As soon as Bolt's out of sight, Jet takes my arm in a vice and practically drags me away. You had the game 1, what the hell was that? An SCG pull at 15 minutes? Is that what I teach you on the NA service? Even after a heated confrontation, he concerns with a match before anything else. I almost laughed. My drops crippled him. I thought it would be enough to end the game. So build unit for 2 minutes and then go roll him? Don't be so damn impatient. Your upgrades relate to. Her pointed critic diffuses the tension from moments prior, even if it doesn't exactly make me feel any better. Once he's done going through my long list of mistakes, Jet flicks a hand back towards the PCs. Come on, queue up a game against me. The cool thing about this game is I can learn some new tactics in Starcraft. Yeah, I feel confident enough to start again playing Starcraft. After I'm finished in game, of course. I won't take few tactics. I already learned it. Step, view game, fast, quick game, capture, upgrade, building fast. I told Jet that I wasn't feeling up to practice after we played a few more one-sided games. She seemed annoyed but agreed with my suggestion to take a short break. Back in high school, I used to spend most of my time at the library when class was over. To be honest, this was probably the most time I'm willing to spend outside of my room since then. I'm not the type to read for fun or study diligently, but it was nice to have a place to go and be on my own. I've missed those afternoons since I graduated. But Golden Zone fires a good replacement hangout as I could hope for it. It's clean and comfortable, and has pretty much everything that I need to stay 24/7. That isn't an exaggeration. Some of the patrons here look practically glued to their chairs. With a milk tea from one of the vending machines in hand, I return to my seat across from Jet. She isn't wearing the same scroll from earlier, but I can tell she's rather be practicing. Well, what are you drinking? What a cliffhanger here. We will learning in the next video what Jet is drinking. And let's see, what is this magical liquor she using to be so good in StarCraft? Maybe something you can only get in Korean. Well, I have to make it, deliver it to the West, in America. Yes, that will we see on the next video. Thank you all for watching. That was Starcraft's virtual novel. If you like it, press the like button and share it with everyone. Please share it. And if you haven't, subscribe to the channel if you don't want to miss the next episode. Thank you all for watching. So long and good night.